Download the BCSN Plus app today. Local sports all the time. Visit bcsnnation.com for details. Discounts may apply.
Throughout Ohio State's run to the national championship last winter, Buckeyes head coach Ryan Day repeatedly said OSU had a story to be told, but it could only be told if Ohio State was successful. Winning the program's ninth national title has given OSU that platform. Now, earlier this week, quarterback Will Howard and defensive end Jack Sawyer came to Toledo for the Greater Toledo Golf Classic's Children's Charities fundraiser and entertained the crowd at the Stranahan Theater with their stories and the 2024 Buckeye story. We caught up with them at the event.
I think it's a story of a long story of resilience, of toughness, and of family and togetherness. Like, I think that's the only way to really describe it. Really showed the true character and grit of the team, and I think it made us come together a lot. Like, I don't think there was a closer team in the country last year, and I think that is a big reason that we had the success that we had down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, like Will said, the family that we built, throughout the team and the coaching staff and the families of the coaching staff and us, and I mean, it felt like you were playing with family out there and going through what we did at the end of the season and being able to go through that hard time, those 2 weeks where you didn't know what was next. And, we knew we were going to make the playoffs, but we didn't really know what was next. And having everyone against you, even what sucks is, half the people in Ohio, too, were against you and against your coach and against your teammates. Hearing what people said about this guy, myself, Coach Day, and the way we came together and the way we played in the playoffs, it just speaks volumes to the brotherhood that we have at Ohio State. Man, I mean, the way we ended, that story's got to be told. Like Coach Day always told us, in the playoffs before we even started against Tennessee, so, there's going to be a story that's told one way or the other about this season, and, it's up to us to write it, and we were able to write it the right way.
Are there elements of that story that have not been told enough over the last 4 or 5 months?
I think that obviously everyone points to the team meeting, but I've never been a part of a team meeting where grown men challenge other grown men respectfully, and it was a 3-hour meeting and just players and Coach Day. I never saw a coach get challenged by his own players and accept it and want that and respond in a positive way and be able to work through those challenges like every family does. At some point in time, your dad's going to yell at you. At some point in time, you and your brothers are going to get in a fight. But it's what you do when you sit back at the dinner table the next night and be able to go and move forward and get past those things. And when we were able to do that, man, I just walked out of that meeting, having a feeling that I don't think there's anybody in the team in the country that's going to be able to stop this team moving forward, and that's what happened.
A lot of people don't really talk about that or know about the senior tackle event that we do, and that was a really pivotal moment. Like, I remember my family coming away from that event and being like, wow, you guys really got something special going on here. Like, even though it kind of ended the way it did, like, I think you guys really have a chance, and obviously I knew that because I was in it, but I was just glad that my family got to see it, and a lot of other people told me the same thing. Like, that was a really special event. I remember Zach Herbstreit's, Kirk, I remember Kirk talking to us about, like, that senior tackle was like a really special event. Like, everyone kind of poured their heart out. Like, I remember pouring my heart out and thanking everybody and how much that meant to, like, me and then everyone else in the program. They really go through the whole building and, like, thank everybody, and it just shows you, like, how much has gone into us being there at that moment, and it kind of, like, made me step back and appreciate, the year that I had at Ohio State, and made me want to finish it the right way, and I think a lot of guys would say the same thing.
And Jack, I understand your mom has got some Northwest Ohio ties.
Yeah, she played basketball at Bowling Green and, was a beast. She's the most humble person you ever meet, never talks about how good she was at basketball, what she was able to accomplish. I didn't even know she was a Division I basketball player until I was like 12, and she was – and someone at one of my AAU tournaments stopped me and said, hey, your mom was like one of the best players in the country coming out of high school. And I was like, what are you talking about, my mom? And, found out she was McDonald's All-American and played at BG and had a good career, so it's funny.
Jack's an Ohio guy. Will, you're a Pennsylvania guy. And now you're both kind of Pennsylvania guys. What's it like to go from playing together at Ohio State for a year and now you're both Pittsburgh Steelers?
I mean, it's great. I love it, obviously being with this guy. I said throughout the whole process I wanted to be with, just one guy from the Buckeyes. And it worked out that me and this dude ended up together. So it's pretty cool, man. It's fun.
You sick of him yet?
No, man. I mean, what's funny is, like, when Will first came in, we all wanted to see, man, how's this guy going to be? The quarterback of your team is the most important part of running this team. And I happened to be good buddies with Kyle McCord, who was there before and kind of got ran out of town, you know. And so I wanted to get to know Will as soon as he got there. You know, I want to see if he was tough, he could play, what he was like. And man, you know, not just saying this 'cause he's sitting here, but he came in and instantly, you know, won the locker room over with his work ethic and who he is as a person and on and off the field. And so, you know, being able to team back up with this guy and being able to get close with his family and our families being good, you know, family friends now, it's awesome. I couldn't ask for, you know, a better situation than what we got right now.
So it's like stepbrothers. You guys just became best friends.
I think we did. That's what it was like when he first came into the Woody. Yeah.